Few creatures on Earth embody the spirit of freedom and resilience quite like the wild horse. With their flowing manes, powerful strides, and an unyielding spirit, wild horses evoke a sense of awe and wonder in all who behold them. Their presence graces vast landscapes, from the rolling plains of North America to the rugged steppes of Mongolia. These majestic animals are not merely survivors, but thrive in the face of adversity. The image of a wild horse galloping across an open range, its mane and tail billowing in the wind, is a sight that stirs the soul. Wild horses remind us that there are still places on this planet where nature reigns supreme. For centuries, humans have been captivated by the allure of wild horses. Their story is intertwined with our own, from ancient cave paintings to countless myths and legends. Throughout history, wild horses have been revered as symbols of power, grace, and freedom. They represent the untamed spirit within us all, the desire to break free from constraints and embrace the wildness within. Wild horses are not simply beautiful creatures, they are a vital part of the ecosystems they inhabit. As grazers, they play a crucial role in shaping plant life, and their presence influences the biodiversity of their surroundings. They are a keystone species, meaning their impact on the environment is disproportionately large relative to their numbers. Their survival is essential for maintaining the delicate balance of the ecosystems they call home. The story of the wild horse is a tale that stretches back through millennia, a journey interwoven with the very history of the horse itself. Their ancestors, the now extinct Eohippus, were small forest-dwelling creatures that lived millions of years ago. Over eons, through the slow and relentless process of evolution, these early horses adapted to changing environments. As grasslands replaced forests, the horse lineage evolved. Their bodies growing larger, their legs lengthening and their toes fusing into the single hoof we recognize today. However, around 10,000 years ago, horses vanished from North America. While horses continued to thrive in other parts of the world, North America remained a horse-free continent for thousands of years. The story of the wild horse's return to North America is intrinsically linked with the arrival of humans on the continent. During the last glacial period, a land bridge connected Asia and North America, allowing humans and the animals they hunted to cross. Among these animals were horses, domesticated by humans in Eurasia thousands of years earlier. Free from the constraints of domestication, these horses thrived in the vast open landscapes of North America. The return of the horse to North America had a profound impact on the continent's ecology and the lives of its indigenous people. For Native American tribes, the horse was a transformative animal. It revolutionized their way of life, allowing them to hunt bison more effectively, travel greater distances, and engage in trade and warfare on a larger scale. The bond between Native Americans and horses was one of mutual respect and understanding. Across the vast landscapes they call home, wild horses live as nomads, their movements dictated by the rhythms of nature. They are constantly on the move, driven by the need to find food and water, their hooves tracing ancient paths across the land. In the spring, as new life emerges, wild horses follow the greening grasses, their bodies replenished after the lean months of winter. As autumn approaches and the days grow shorter, the wild horses begin their descent from the high country. The land echoes with the thunder of their hooves as they move, a symphony of wildness that has played out for millennia. Within these roving bands of wild horses, a complex social structure emerges, a delicate balance of power and cooperation that ensures the survival of the herd. At the heart of each band is the stallion, a powerful and experienced leader who guides and protects his family. The lead mare, a wise and respected elder, is the heart and soul of the band. She's the keeper of the herd's memory, guiding them to traditional watering holes and grazing grounds. The other mares in the band, each with their own foals and yearlings, form a close-knit group. Yearlings, playful and full of energy, chase each other through the long grass. Their games are rehearsal for the day when they will take their place as contributing members of the herd. Life in the wild is a constant struggle for survival, a delicate dance between finding sustenance and evading danger. Wild horses are masters of their environment, their senses keenly attuned to the subtlest changes in their surroundings. They rely on their speed and agility to outrun predators, their powerful legs carrying them across vast distances. They are masters of adaptation, able to thrive in a wide range of habitats, from the arid deserts of the southwest to the rugged mountains of the west. Each spring, as new life bursts forth, the future of the wild horse is entrusted to a new generation. Foals born with an innate wildness represent the hope for the continuation of these majestic creatures. They learn by observing their elders, mimicking their every move, absorbing the knowledge that will ensure their survival. As the foals grow, they join in playful games with other youngsters, their energy boundless, their spirits free. The untamed spirit of the wild horse, a symbol of freedom for so long, now faces a growing shadow. The whispers of danger, once carried on the wind, now echo with the rumble of engines, the clang of fences, and the encroachment of human ambition. The land, once a tapestry of open range and wild beauty, is increasingly carved into smaller and smaller parcels, leaving wild horses struggling to find the space and resources they need to survive. The balance, once so delicately maintained between wild horses and their environment, is now disrupted, the consequences of which ripple through the intricate web of life. The threats to wild horses are as diverse and complex as the landscapes they inhabit. Habitat loss, driven by human population growth, agricultural expansion, and the relentless demand for natural resources, stands as one of the most significant challenges they face. The very resources wild horses depend on for survival, water, forage, and space, are increasingly scarce, leading to competition with livestock, wildlife, and even human communities. The encroachment of human development into their natural habitats brings with it a host of new challenges. The competition for resources, particularly water and forage, has intensified in recent years, fueled by a combination of factors including drought, climate change, and the increasing number of livestock grazing on public lands. This contest for survival pits wild horses against other grazers, both wild and domestic, often with tragic consequences. In many areas, wild horses are perceived as competitors for forage and water that could be utilized by livestock, leading to calls for their removal from public lands. This perspective often overlooks the ecological role wild horses play in maintaining healthy range lands, their grazing habits promoting plant diversity and reducing the risk of wildfires. Perhaps the most poignant symbol of the threats facing wild horses is the fence, a physical manifestation of the dividing line between their world and ours. Once symbols of boundless freedom, wild horses are now increasingly confined to smaller and smaller areas, their movements restricted by the very structures meant to define human progress. Fences not only limit their access to essential resources, but also disrupt their natural social structures, separating bands, isolating individuals, and hindering the genetic exchange that is essential for maintaining healthy populations. Their very essence, their wildness, is diminished as they are forced to adapt to a life confined by fences and dictated by human management decisions. The fight to preserve wild horses is not just about saving a species, it's about safeguarding a symbol, an echo of the untamed spirit that once defined a continent. The thunder of their hooves across open ranges, a symphony of freedom that has resonated for centuries, now competes with the encroaching din of human progress. Yet even in the face of shrinking habitats and mounting challenges, their spirit remains unbroken, a testament to their resilience and a beacon of hope for those who fight to protect them. The whispers of the heart tell us that these creatures deserve more than confinement, more than mere existence within the boundaries we've drawn. They deserve to roam free, to fulfill their destiny as wild animals, their lives interwoven with the rhythms of nature, their spirits soaring with the wind. Their story is a reminder that our own connection to the wild is not severed, but rather it patiently waits to be rekindled. To witness a herd of wild horses running free, their manes and tails billowing in the wind, is to experience a glimpse of a world untouched by human hands, where instinct and nature reign supreme. It's a sight that stirs the soul, awakening a primal yearning for a connection to something larger than ourselves, a reminder of the beauty and power that exist beyond the confines of our human-made world. Preserving wild horses goes beyond sentimentality. It is an ecological imperative. As keystone species, their presence shapes the landscape, influences biodiversity, and contributes to the delicate balance of the ecosystems they inhabit. Their grazing habits promote plant diversity, their hooves till the soil, and their droppings provide nutrients, fostering a healthy and resilient ecosystem. Their role in the intricate web of life extends beyond their immediate impact on vegetation. They are prey animals, providing sustenance for predators like mountain lions and bears, ensuring the natural balance of predator-prey relationships. Their presence also benefits other species, creating openings in vegetation that provide habitat for smaller animals and influencing water distribution through their grazing patterns. The loss of wild horses from their natural habitats would create a ripple effect, disrupting the delicate balance of these ecosystems. Their absence would be felt not only by the plants and animals that share their world, but also by the health and vitality of the land itself. Protecting wild horses is, therefore, not just about saving a single species, it's about safeguarding the integrity of entire ecosystems. We, as inheritors of this land, have a moral obligation to protect wild horses, to be guardians of their legacy, and ensure that future generations can experience the awe and wonder of seeing these magnificent creatures running free. Their story is interwoven with our own, a reminder of our shared history on this planet and the importance of preserving the wild places that sustain us all. This responsibility extends beyond passive observation. It requires active engagement, education, and advocacy. We must support organizations dedicated to wild horse conservation, advocate for their protection on public lands, and promote responsible land management practices that consider their needs. The future of wild horses rests on our collective actions. We must work together to find solutions that balance their needs with those of other land users, ensuring that they have the space, resources, and freedom to thrive for generations to come. Their survival is a testament to the enduring power of nature, a reminder that even in a world increasingly shaped by human hands, the wild spirit can endure. The sight of a wild horse, silhouetted against a fiery sunset, its mane and tail billowing in the wind, stirs something deep within the human soul. It's a primal call, an echo of our own ancient connection to the wild, a reminder of a time when humans and horses roamed the earth together, their destinies intertwined. In the untamed spirit of these magnificent creatures, we see a reflection of our own longing for freedom, for a life lived on our own terms, for a connection to something larger than ourselves. Yet the wild horses, once symbols of boundless freedom, now face an uncertain future. Their very existence is threatened by the encroachment of human activities, their once vast ranges fragmented by fences and roads, their resources depleted by competition and drought. The whispers of the wind carry a message of urgency, a plea for us to awaken from our slumber and recognize the consequences of our actions. The time has come for us to answer the call of the wild, to become guardians of their legacy, champions for their survival. This is not a call to return to a bygone era, but rather an invitation to forge a new path forward, one where wild horses and humans can coexist, where their stories continue to be written on the land, where their presence enriches the tapestry of life for generations to come. It's a call to action, to raise our voices in their defense, to challenge the status quo, and to demand a future where the thunder of their hooves once again reverberates across the land, a symphony of freedom for all to hear. The fate of wild horses rests in our hands. We have the power to ensure their survival, to be the voice for those who cannot speak for themselves. It requires a conscious effort to educate ourselves about the challenges they face, to support organizations dedicated to their protection, and to advocate for policies that prioritize their well-being. Every voice raised in their defense, every action taken to protect their habitat, every dollar donated to their cause brings us one step closer to securing their future. There are many ways to become a champion for wild horses. Supporting organizations actively involved in wild horse conservation through donations, volunteering, or simply spreading awareness is a powerful way to make a difference. Educating ourselves and others about the importance of wild horses, both ecologically and culturally, can help change perceptions and garner support for their protection. Advocating for responsible land management practices that consider the needs of wild horses, such as promoting sustainable grazing practices and protecting critical water sources, is crucial for their long-term survival. By working together, we can ensure that wild horses have the space, resources, and freedom they need to thrive. Their untamed spirit, a testament to the enduring power of nature and a source of inspiration for generations to come. Remember, the fight to save wild horses is not just about preserving a species. It's about safeguarding a symbol of freedom, a reminder of our own connection to the wild, and a legacy we must pass on to future generations.